Greetings, productive programmers. So very quickly before we continue our journey, I just wanted to touch on when we create these new stories, there's a title and there's a body area here. So I'm just doing a back and forth and looking at medium.com so that I can understand how we want to make our application look like it and function like it. And obviously the body area needs to be a lot bigger. So the LiveView generator that generated the template for us created a very small little body area here. And we want this to be a lot bigger. So the generators are great and they give us a lot of template code and they get us really close, but obviously we will need to tweak some things. And one of them here, just right off the bat, the body is super small, right? We can't actually create a nice little body area, but that's really easy to fix. So what we can do is we can come to the code that was generated for us inside of our blog web live folder. We have our story live folder here. And inside of our form component, this form component is going to be controlling the form that we see here that allows us to save the story. So what we can do is we can go to where the render happens, that renders our form. And you see where this input field is here. Just remember that one of the changes that's happened recently with LiveView is you actually, if you've been using LiveView in the past, this is good to know. If you're new, then I guess it's just going to be, you're going to be learning how to do it going forward. So you're off to a fresh start and you're just seeing this as is. But if you came from a background in LiveView, we used to actually do text area type of fields here. So this used to be like text area. We don't do that anymore. We just leave it as an input. And our input can either be a text or it can be a text area. And that's literally all we have to do to turn this into a text area. So now look at that. So now it's like an area, a body area that we can type some stuff into. And obviously, like I said, this is a medium.com like clone. It's not freshly put into the page here. Medium.com obviously requires us to do post requests. You know, it doesn't have a live view component to it. It doesn't have a socket set up here. So that's the difference. Our application is actually a little bit more efficient at handling the submission of our code, but we can enter a title and a body here. So body as a text area, and we can do, you know, hello world again, and then we can hit save story. And now it says body as text area. So we can edit it. Now it's a text area, and we can also create new ones that have that body as a text area. And all we do is we just change this. So it's either, it can be text or it can be text area. So you can see now it's back to the way it was. And then we can change this little piece and now it's a text area. And because Phoenix LiveView is just amazing, you know, it's refreshing in real time here. I don't even have to like stop and restart my application or really wait. By the time that I switch back to the application, it's already changed for me. So that's all you have to do to make that a bigger area for you to work in. I know it's a really small input field before and just wanted to address that. So you just leave this as an input and then you change the type. All right, so I'll see you over in the next video and we'll continue our journey. And in the next lesson, we are going to add the user ID to our fields. All right, I'll see you over in the next lesson, and let's get these tied to our users so that not everybody can edit each other's posts.